Okay. A little cars and coffee this morning, a little RC and coffee this morning again on this beautiful Valentine's Day. What's going on, guys? Walter with the RC Addiction Vlog. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC Vlog. You guys made it a point to tell me in the comments that I did not mention anything about the batteries and the chargers for the new Mini Creighton that we just did a review on. So, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over a couple things as far as the charger that I had mentioned in my original unboxing and review video of the Mini Creighton for the new Spektrum G2 batteries, okay? Now, with the Spektrum G2, the Gen 2 batteries, they require a certain charger. You cannot use, an aftermarket charger, if you will. Like I have the Gen Ace D300 that we use for all of our racing stuff, and I cannot use that charger, even though I'd love to use that charger. I cannot use that charger for the Gen 2 Spektrum batteries. So I kind of wanted to go over this bad boy right here. Okay, we had mentioned this. This is the S155 charger from Spektrum. Okay, this is out of the box. This charger has the ability to charge anything with the IC3 or IC5 connectors on the Spektrum batteries. Okay, now the tough part is that most of our minis and a couple of the other 2S cars that we run, the low C NASCAR, I'm trying to think what else, some of the other ones, the Typhon and the Grom on their 2S batteries, the Mojave Grom, those batteries don't come with an IC3. They come with an IC2 Spektrum connector on the end of the battery. And what I wanted to do was kind of show you the difference, okay? If you haven't dove into this before, so IC2, nice and tiny little, what you guys are used to seeing on the low C NASCAR batteries, okay? Now, this is their smallest connector that they make for the Gen 2 batteries. This is what they consider an IC3. Much bigger in size, right? You can see the difference in size, okay? The IC3 is what this S155 is designed to charge, is the smallest connector that it's designed to charge. Nice part for us is that Spektrum does have adapters, okay? If you go into your local hobby shop, or I will include the link below for the adapters, they have the IC3 to IC2 adapter for the new Gen 2 batteries so that you can still use this S155 charger. Now, the nice part is that most of all of these new Gen 2, 2S, and 3S batteries are all coming with the IC2 connector on it. So a lot of the times, my adapter pretty much stays plugged into the charger all the time just because most of my minis all run that IC2 connector. But it does give you the ability to use this charger for some of the smaller IC2 connectors, okay? Now, let's say you're in the predicament like I am, where I have a lot of the Gen 1 versions of the batteries where they still have the battery lead coming off, and you can use, they're not the smart technology, so that you can use other battery chargers. You don't have to be stuck to this S155, right? Let's say you want to use this in one of your new Mini Creightons that we just picked up, okay? Now, to do so, this car comes with an IC2 on the ESC. But I've got, now this is the battery that the Arma Creighton came with. This is a 3S 2000 milliamp battery, okay? I have a bunch of these 2200 milliamp 3-cell batteries, okay? Pack a lot more punch than the stock battery, because I think this is a, let's see. No, it's still an 11.1 volt, which is what the other one is, but it's got 30C versus 20C. So a little bit more punch on these older batteries, okay? But like I said, this battery comes with IC3 on it. So what are you going to do to be able to use this in your Mini Creighton? Because I did double check. These do fit nice and good, or nice and clean in the battery tray of these newer cars. So you can use these older batteries, but what do you do about the connector? Well, again, Spektrum has come up with an adapter. That adapter being the female, we'll call this the female version of the IC3 to the male version of the IC2. So this would get plugged in onto the battery end, and now your old Gen 2 battery is with the IC3 connector is now converted to a 3-cell Gen 1 battery with IC2 connector. So very, very neat to be able to still use these older batteries. Now, I love this 2200 milliamp battery. I use this thing in all my Groms. I've got a couple of them now so far just because I love the way that they perform, and they do hold a really, really good charge. I don't know, I want to say it's usually roughly 20 or 25 minutes out of this pack with my, Typhon or Mojave Grom. So I'm interested to see what the runtime is in the Arma Creighton, in the mini Creighton, just to compare the two. I know that, motor-wise, it's a little bit bigger motor in the Creighton, so we're going to probably drop down in runtime, which is okay, but I'm curious, and I wanted to do a video on these connectors. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to get the charger powered on, and I wanted to go through a couple of features that maybe some people don't realize that you can do with this S155 charger. So we're going to go through that. Let me get this thing plugged in, and then we'll get a battery plugged in, and I will go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so what I want to do now is just go over a couple of features on the charger itself. Now, as you can tell, once I've plugged it in, the charger basically tells you, because it's a smart charger, that there is no battery connected right now and it's searching for a battery. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and take our 2000 milliamp 3-cell battery from the mini Creighton, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in. Okay. Now, make sure you guys all know that these are directional plugs with the little flat side and the half oval or half circle on one side. So it is a directional plug. And if you're not careful, these can be plugged in backwards. So make sure that you are paying attention, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and plug it in, and we'll hear the charger do a few things after we plug it in. Let's wait for it. So what it's doing now is it's basically identifying the battery that we just plugged in based on the Gen 2 Smart technology, okay? Now, it's telling me right now it recognized that it's the 3-cell 2000 milliamp 30C 3-cell pack, and it went ahead and started charging. Now, it's going to give you a couple different things down here. It's going to tell you what your charge rate's at, your charging capacity, and the charge time remaining. Now, what most people don't realize is that you can change the charge rate on this charger. From the factory, every time you plug this thing in, it is going to default, I believe, to the 1.5 or 2 amp charge rate, okay? Now, what you would want to do, let's say you want to change that and bump that up a little bit to help speed up the charge time. We're going to hit the menu arrow down here on the bottom right, okay? Oh, press and hold, sorry. Now, what we're going to do is use the arrow. It says current, and we're going to go up to the top, and you hit current. So this is amp, current, what you're going to charge at. You hit the enter button or the menu button again, and it gives you this drop down. So it allows you to charge up to 5 amps. And like I said, as you scroll down is where it was set from the factory. So if you guys really want to cut down on your charge time, best thing you can do is really bump up that charge rate to that 5 amps and let that thing just pump a charge into it. You can see that it's going in there pretty fast. Right now it's only at 4.2 amp. I'm assuming because it's getting some warmth into the battery, because it is pretty cold in my garage right now. But I just wanted to go over that with you. A lot of guys don't know that you can change the charge rate on this S155 charger, and it will make a big difference as far as how fast these batteries charge. Because if you leave it at the 1 amp or 2 amp, like it's set up from the factory or right out of the box, it takes forever. It'll take you an hour to charge one 3-cell battery or 2-cell battery. And obviously you guys know we don't have time for that. And a lot of times that's why we have backup batteries and spare packs with us when we go bashing. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw that, and that you guys have, that you have that ability with this particular charger. Obviously you can see that we're using our IC2 to IC3 adapter here to be able to charge that. It all works with the new Gen 2 batteries. It doesn't just work with the old ones. We're pretty excited about this and being able to show you guys this. We are going to get this. This is our 2 packs that we're going to run in the chaos mode this afternoon for the video of unlocking chaos mode in the mini Creighton 3S. So we're pretty excited. We just wanted to go over that. We realized we had gotten a few comments on our last video that we didn't fully explain that or show that to you guys. So we wanted to do that today and make sure that you guys are fully aware of what you can do with these smart chargers from Spektrum. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you click that link, like button down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And as always, guys, we will see you next time.